Hey, 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 hey. Y'all know what it is. It's Tuesday, and that means it's Robe Chronicles.
Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. There's so much going on. There's so much going on. Laughter and transparency. Laughter and transparency. Just let me get my roll.
I'm finna be shady a little bit. I'm just finna, this is what it is.
Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. There's so much going on. There's so much.
And this is why I be like, friends, sometimes it pays to mind your business. Now,
Take a seat, relax your feet. Let me get my roll. And let me get my roll.
I'm gonna see you with your grandmama, go your godparents, or whoever. Listen, I'm having a PTO day away from your ass too. That works for parents as well. Yes. Hey, hey, come on in this room. Y'all know what it is. It's Tuesday, and of course, it's what? Robe Chronicles. Listen, tonight is going to be an amazing show. I have a good dear sister and friend of mine with me tonight, and we're going to speak some life into you people. But before we get into all that, please, if you have not, please go follow us on Facebook and YouTube at Robe Chronicles. Duh. Go do that right now. And if you would like to present a topic or like to be on the show, email me over at robechronicles@gmail.com. And without further ado, I want to introduce my sister, my good friend, Dr. Ashia Leonard.
Hey,
Hey, boo, how you doing?
excellent. How are you?
Doing great. You know, the world presents all kind of things where you can complain, but I'm choosing not to complain.
All right, that sounds good to me.
Listen, right? Listen, I need y'all to do me a favor. Go over to Instagram and follow my good sister at Ashia Speaks over at Instagram. Please go over there and like her and follow her right now. Right now. So listen, y'all. So she this first time she on the show. Hopefully this won't be her last time that she's here. But I got to tell y'all something funny. And if she
I'm scared.
listen, I need the people to help our young generation. And I posted this on Facebook. I don't know if a lot of people seen it or not, but I was watching The Wiz because The Wiz is currently on Netflix right now.
I saw that post.
It got worse. It got worse. So my sister says, as Lena Horne, of course, is singing her last song to send Dorothy home. My sister busts out and says, "Who is this white woman in this all black movie?" I was like, "What?" I said, "Girl, first of all, she's very black. One,
Absolutely.
two, that's Lena Horne. Do you not know who Lena Horne is?" No, I don't. I was like, "My God, today somebody has failed you real bad."
Seriously.
Then she go on and she said, "Oh, I want to see The Color Purple." I said, "Okay." I said, "Have you ever seen the original? Who's in the original cast of Color Purple?" She said, "Fantasia."
Whoop, whoop.
Oh,
Fantasia. Oh, wow.
listen, I don't know what's going on with my camera, y'all, but I'll be right back. But I listen, Ashia, I was like, first and foremost, friend, somebody has failed you severely. And I don't know where you getting this information from, baby, but that ain't it. That ain't it. And I need for the people to teach our young people about the history of what we came up on. Like I do. I need to.
Yeah, that's scary.
It is very scary. I was like, wait a minute, you don't know who. You don't wait a minute. What are we talking about? Like, you don't know who this person is. You don't know. Then we got to talking about Sophia. And I said, "Do you know who Sophia is?" She said, "Ain't that Celie?" My Lord today. My Lord today. My Lord today. I can't make it up. Y'all listen. This is what people don't understand about going live and doing this stuff live. Stuff happening in real life.
Absolutely.
Y'all just give me 1 second. I don't know. My camera wants to be doing
That foolishness from your sister done broke the camera.
She done broke the camera. I'm just like, listen. And the devil gonna be damned today because we're not doing this. We're not doing this today. Okay, let's do this. Y'all, welcome to production and live shows. Welcome to production and live shows. Okay, let's see here. This is funny. Anywho, we'll keep going, Ashia.
Well, happy Tuesday to everybody.
You said what now?
Tuesday, everybody. How y'all doing?
Right. I'm just like, happy Tuesday. How y'all doing? Y'all bear with me. Like, technical difficulties. The camera just like went out, and it's never done that before. I don't know why it's acting a fool. I'm like, I think I agree with Ashia. It's catching up to not liking what my sister had to say about the Wiz. Okay, let's see what's going on. It is really okay. Let's do this. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know now. Somebody said, "Where's West?" Hey, y'all, I'm here. Something going on in the airways. Be patient. Give me 1 second. I'm here though. Hold the phone.
Okay. You
praise
back.
There we go. We back. Oh, okay. I don't know what that was about, but okay, we back. Anywho, so we're gonna jump right in. So today's topic, and honestly, I have never spoken this to you before, so I want to speak this from my heart. I felt like you were the right person for this conversation because you have a way of. I'm gonna talk about Wes. You have a way of ministering to me where it's receivable. Right? I message you and you know, at our church we do prayer and prayer school, but I get excited when I see certain people come online, and you are one of those certain people.
Oh,
and yeah, and it is I know when I hear you speak, it's going to be something fruitful, and I'm going to walk away with something, and I'm going to walk away encouraged. And so for that, I thank you because you always give me something. You always give me something. So for this conversation, I definitely felt like I was like, Lord, who can I get to have this conversation? Because I like having conversations that sometimes people don't like having, don't like talking about. And I was like, and the Lord really like, I was like, I'm gonna reach out to see if she's willing to do it because it's gonna be great. So the topic, y'all, today is I wouldn't take nothing for my journey now. The road to identifying your purpose. And I don't know if you watched the last couple of shows. So I've been walking through a transition in life where I was recently laid off, and job just decided to, okay, we're gonna end your position, we're gonna eliminate it, cut your insurance the same day. It's been a fool.
Wow. Okay.
And in that, I'm just, I've been questioning, and not so much questioning. I just been like, okay, Lord, what remind me of my purpose? And what does that truly look like? And what is it that you want me to do on this earth while I'm here? What footprint do you want me to leave?
Yeah.
And he's working with me. He's working with me and on me, Ashia, in a mighty way right now with just my patience, my attitude.
Yeah.
How I present and say things, even though what I say may come off harsh, but it's coming from a good place. And hearing people like Demetrius, tell me, say, hey, what you said ain't wrong, but you need to say it this way so your delivery is receivable. So God's really working on me right now. Yeah. And so I'm gonna let you take the floor, and we just gonna roll with it. And I guess the first question I ask is, how does one even begin the process to identify their purpose in life?
First of all, I did not know that all of that was going on with you.
Yeah.
And I am definitely going to be praying for you through this time of transition. I do think it's a great thing. You
Yeah.
know, it don't always feel good. Even when it's good, it don't always feel good. But that doesn't mean it's not good, you know. So I think that it's valley moments like this, it's rock bottom moments like what you're talking about that really give you the strength to make it through, and it keeps you sober in the mountaintop moments, so
Mm,
that when you get to, whatever that end goal is, next step, finish line, hey, I this is what I wanted to do and now I've done it. You remember when your tail was rock bottom and didn't have anything. And so it keeps you from being arrogant. It keeps
mhm.
you from, because you like, wait a minute. I remember this time last year, it was
Listen,
not happening like this. So,
listen. Yeah.
so all of those moments are good. But I would say, in terms of discovering purpose, I think the first step is having an understanding that everyone has a purpose.
Yes.
First of all, you're not just accidentally here. You're not just some, bloop that just magically appeared out of nowhere, that should be wandering through life with not making any kind of impact, just going day to day, waking up, going to sleep, waking up, going to sleep. There is a specific reason that you are here and that you are alive today. You
Yeah.
made it to today for a reason. So I
Yeah.
think that's the bottom line thing, is understanding that there is something greater than you that you're supposed to be a part of, that you are a part of, that you're supposed to impact.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing, is just
Yeah.
understanding that. And then I think that when it comes to purpose, honestly, I think a lot of times we overcomplicate it. I think we think that it's supposed to be this huge aha moment, this grand moment. There's this one moment in time when the light bulb is going to go off, everything is going to make sense, and then all of a sudden I'm going to realize why I'm here. And I don't believe that that's how it happens. I
Right.
think it's every day. It's
Mhm.
what things are important to you. What are the things that you can do like nobody else can do?
Right.
What are those things that you've been doing?
Right.
Now, I'm not talking about starting new stuff.
Mhm.
I'm talking about what have you already been doing in a way that nobody else can do it.
Yeah.
You talked about how somehow when I pray, it really encourages you. When
Mhm.
it to deliver information that's receivable, right? Well, I realized that part of my purpose is taking things that are complicated and simplifying them.
Mm.
Being able to communicate complex things in a simple way. That's
Yes.
part of my purpose.
Yeah.
That has spilled over into, it took me a long time to figure that out, but I started in pharmacy, and parts of it I love, parts of it I hated. Then ended up writing and communicating, and started to put the pieces of those things together, and now communicating complex science in a simple way. And I was like, you know what was it that I enjoyed about being in a pharmacy? Now, it was some folks that got on my nerves,
Period.
I know, I know the stuff I didn't like. Okay.
Right.
Got on my nerves every day. But what were the parts that I really enjoyed? And what I liked was talking to people about their health and things that they didn't understand, helping them understand it. And I said,
Mhm.
hmm,
Mhm.
that's a piece. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's a piece. I enjoyed that. I'm really good at that. People
Yeah.
told me when they come into the store, they wanted to talk to me.
Yeah.
Okay, why? Because I was able to communicate something to them in a way to help them understand it that other people couldn't. That's a piece. So
Mhm.
it's all these little pieces,
Mhm.
and you putting those things together that help you realize, wait a minute, this is what I bring to the table
Mhm.
being earth. This is what I bring in a way that nobody else can bring it.
Yeah, it's funny
It's,
you say that
it's
because
so simple.
it's funny you say because two things. One, I was on an interview today and the lady told me, she was like, I just love your spirit. You have like a calming spirit about you. And I'm like, okay, well, that's a part of your purpose. That's a part
Yep.
of who you are. And then, like you said, it's something you can bring to the table. And when I was having a rough moment, and listen, thank God for real friends. Cause y'all listen. Ashia, listen, she look real cute tonight. Ashia will get you together if she needs to. That's why another reason I love her. And it don't be in a bad way. And I thank God, and I'm thankful for people that I have like that in my life, because I'm very much that friend in person too. That be like, look here, dude, pull it on up. And one of my friends called me. She said, "Yo, I'm worried about you. How you feeling?" And she was like, "And don't lie." I was like, and I told her how I was feeling. She said, you are so talented. Use some
Mhm.
of your gifts that God has given you to do
Yep.
what you got to do to just make it through during this storm. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And I've been I'm angry. I'm mad. God, what? I've been here 2 years, and what you doing? I ain't been in no trouble. Like, what is really going on when I'm not embracing what He's given me to make it work? The purpose he
Absolutely.
the purpose He's put in me to survive and listen to shit, and ain't missed the beat yet. Ain't missed the beat. What Wes, what are you doing? You serve your purpose, work in your purpose, thrive in your purpose. Yeah.
Absolutely. And use what you already have. I'm
Yes.
thinking about this story, y'all. I'm telling you, I don't know the exact scripture where it is. Okay, so don't judge me on that. Working on that. Working on knowing scripture and knowing where the scripture is. Okay, we working on that. But you can Google it and look it up. But thinking about there was a woman in the Bible. Her husband had died. She owed all kinds of debt, all this other kind of stuff. She basically was like, I have no money. The prophet came and said, go and borrow these containers from your neighbors. Take the little piece of oil. She said, all I had is a little bit piece of oil and a little piece of flour. And me and my son, we're going to eat this and we're going to die. And
Mhm.
he said, take what you have, borrow containers from your neighbors, take what you have. Then he prayed over it, and the oil never ran out. She was able to sell the oil, pay off all her debts.
Mhm.
I said all of that to say what? She used what was already in her house.
Wow.
She was looking outside of herself, saying, where's the answer? Where's my next meal gonna come from? Where's my next paycheck gonna come from? We don't have anything. We owe all this debt. The prophet came to her and said, what you need, you already have. It's
Mhm.
in your house. Take
Mhm.
the oil and the ingredients of what you already have. And instead of making something small, he blessed it, and she was able to make something larger, but she already had everything she needed. So to you, Wes, and everybody else on here, when it comes to functioning in your purpose, and when you hit that thing, when you really start flowing in that thing, that's where everything is. That's
Mhm.
really where everything that you've been wanting, desiring, believing for, that's where it is. Because that's, you know what I mean? It's like that extra shine, that extra, that extra oomph on that thing. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It's like it's
Mhm.
in your purpose, and it's
Yeah.
in you flowing in your purpose. And so, like you said, you already been encouraging people. You already on here having tough conversations.
Yeah.
People can say whatever they want to say about the conversations. Somebody needs to have a conversation because
Period.
it's a whole lot going on, and
Mhm.
nobody is saying anything about some of this stuff. And
Yeah.
so you addressing it, bringing it to the forefront, and all of what you do with the events, with the, you know what I mean? Like all that stuff,
Yeah.
all of your nonprofit. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, do I need to run down your bio for you? Do I?
And listen, and it's just recognizing that. Hold on. So Demetri said, for him, finding purpose was understanding what I do naturally that affects and impacts atmospheres, people, and situations in a healthy and positive way. And he
That's
said,
it.
purpose is not always tangible. That's good.
That's
That's good.
really good.
Yeah.
And what
So,
he's already doing. And like he said, it makes an impact and it
mhm.
improves the life of other people. And
Yes.
oftentimes it's something that you naturally do. Like it's not something that you have to work up to start doing. For
Mhm.
some people, it may be something that they naturally love to do.
Yes.
For other people, it might be something that they absolutely hate, something that bothers them in a way that it does not bother other people. It's because they're supposed to do something about it. You
Yeah.
know, it could be five people that see, oh boy, on the corner with the sign, right? You got five people driving past him. One
Mhm.
person might be like, oh my God, I moved in this neighborhood, so I wouldn't have to look at that. What in the world is going on?
Right.
Okay, that's one reaction. Then you might have another reaction where somebody's like, oh my God, he doesn't have anything to eat. Let me stop. Let me pull over the car. Let me do, you know what I mean? Or whatever it is. Or they're like, oh my God, not another person. You know
Mhm.
what? I got to do something to where people are no longer hungry because I'm tired of seeing people hungry.
Yes.
So everybody saw the same thing, but with a different reaction. But perhaps those people that really were either pissed off about it
Mhm.
or were really compassionate, it's because that's tied to your purpose.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
That's why
think
it bothered you more.
yeah, absolutely. And I think on this journey, because everybody's journey is basically what you're saying is different, right?
Yeah,
I know on my journey, what I had to find in my maturity and maturing is um in finding purpose, certain people can't be attached to you.
that's true.
and to really walk fruitfully in that thing, so you have to detach from certain people. And I struggled with that, and I'm just like, now I say, my village people, I can call you, I can Sheila, y'all are part to me, a part of my village, but it's just certain people I'll be like, I love you with the love of the Lord, but I can't attach to you like that, because you for me on my personal journey, you would deter me and you would distract me from my purpose. So I had to learn that certain people just I can't, absolutely can't,
And
absolutely.
everybody, and in some cases, everybody just is not good for you, period. In
Yeah,
other cases, some people might serve a purpose for period of time, but they're not supposed to be with you for the whole journey. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's like, okay,
yeah,
you could, because you could handle the opposition, you could handle the hating, you could handle all that stuff. You could handle it on that level, but you're not going to be able to handle it on this level.
yeah.
And on this next level, I need somebody that can really ride with me. I need
Period.
somebody that's really going to be able to go with me.
Yeah,
Like, not somebody, I'm scared and you scared too. No, wait a minute. You're supposed to help me. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like, so it's okay to
yeah,
say, I love you and it's been great, but I can't take you to this next level with me.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Ivy said, she said, sometimes God will make life uncomfortable in order for us to completely rely on him and his plan for your life, even if we lose jobs, families, friends included. I agree. I,
Now let me tell you something. Now, this is one thing about God. He this is one thing about God. And I don't particularly like it, but he somehow loves for us to be uncomfortable.
listen,
Ivy was right about that. I'm like,
listen,
okay, can we
we're
take it
uncomfortable.
easy?
Listen, I said, and she right and you right. And because I said to myself a couple of days ago, I was riding in the car. I said, Lord, whatever you are humbling me for, please show me. And show me in your time. Because right now this don't feel good. I'm used to I'm used to moving and doing what I want to do when I want to do. And I've just come to grasp. I'm like, okay, you are humbling me for a reason and for something. And like my best friend Dad says, for a purpose, on purpose, with purpose. I might not see it under,
Absolutely.
I might not see it right now, but listen, God got jokes.
And
God,
sometimes it's you say he got jokes, and I feel like sometimes he just likes to flex. Like in case you
That,
forgot, Wes, in case you
that,
got comfortable on that job, in case you thought that job was your source, and yeah, you was getting them paychecks and you was whatever you was doing, in case you forgot, let me just remind you,
who I am.
I'm your source.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So, you
Absolutely.
know,
And I've been walking in there and I'm just like, and he spoke to me the other day, like so clear. And listen, people, I tell people all the time, I get on here and cut up, but listen, I know the Lord for real. Holy Ghost feel, and I listen, I get on here and cut up, but like for real, I do know where my help come from. And he really spoke to me. I was cleaning up. I was just sweeping and cleaning up after my nieces and nephews. And he said, clear as day, Shia, what you have is enough. I said, huh? What you talking about, Lord? He said, what you have is enough. Your last prayer, your last cry, he said, it's enough. And just hang on to that because I got your back. I said, okay. All right. I got it. I hear it loud and clear. And so, just like little certs of, I seen a rainbow a couple weeks ago. And clear as day, he said, the sun will shine again. I said, Lord, I'm about to pull over and act a fool. Look, at this red light. And so I just been, and I think sometimes in your purpose and walking in it, we forget to hear his voice.
yeah.
And to listen to his voice. And so in this season, I mean, I've been intentional about relearning that and honoring what he says and truly just listening in that moment to say, okay, all right, I hear it, and I'm gonna let it sink in and receive it and let it do what it's gonna do. So yeah, it's this purpose thing, this journey thing, is all interesting. It's so
It is so good. I'm over here just still thinking about what you have is enough, because I think that is so powerful, because I think, and honestly, I don't really know what it is. I don't know if it's, the highlight reels of people's lives on social media, or if what it is, but people feel like they are not good enough.
Yeah.
People feel like they don't bring enough to the table.
Yep.
People feel like they are insignificant, like they are inferior, like they don't have enough to be enough.
Yeah.
And so that was just, when you said that, I was like, wow, that was so powerful. Like, you already have enough. You already know enough. Not saying that you can't learn more. Yeah, I love education. I'm all about improving and cultivating your skills and sharpening and getting better at what you do. But you have more than enough to start. Like, what are we waiting on when it comes to, and maybe it's this big poof moment where we like, oh, I know. No, you have enough to start. If there's some stuff you're supposed to be doing and you're not doing it, you have enough to go ahead and get started with it.
Yeah, it's so funny. Me and Demetrius had this conversation all the time, because I feel like a lot of people like like people know him, but like to like know him on a personal level, he's amazing. And I'm like, dude, you have this one thing, do it. Like, no matter what, like one side of stuff look like, get the other side of it and just start pushing. You got enough. And I'm really, really walking in there, and I'm just like, okay, Wes, you got enough. Whether it's a prayer, whether it's what you know currently to push, like you are enough. And I think sometimes in us trying to identify our purpose, we get lost. I'm gonna tell you one thing people get lost in is social media. Social media is the literal devil. It's listen, because you see so many people doing certain things, and I try to tell people this all the time. I'm like, y'all, listen, don't let what you got going on, right? Don't let your purpose get skewed watching somebody else, because what they posting just might be something, like you said earlier, a flex.
And it might be a lie.
And in the background,
a flat out lie.
And in the background, they just as lost and trying to figure out just as you.
Let me tell you something. One of my friends, he's like a VP at Amazon. So he got it. And he's really into these cars. So there's this specific type of Porsche. I don't even know what it is, but it's a specific type of Porsche that he bought, and it's got all these. He went and got it all, tricked out and all that other kind of stuff, right? So he comes out the parking garage at work, And there are two people that he does not know that's doing a full out photo shoot with his car.
Oh,
Oh, they had like a
what?
professional photographer, the lights, the everything. The model was there, everything with his car. And I said, you know what? Half of this stuff we see is a lie. Now, I
Yeah,
don't know what they use that stuff for, but
yeah,
I could definitely see somebody flexing on social, trying to say, oh, this is mine and this is whatever. And it's like, really?
yeah,
Really? You came across this car in a parking garage and you done just
yeah.
did a whole photo shoot?
And flexing with it like it's yours. And I just be like, don't get caught up on, and I guess being in business and having a nonprofit, right? And past events and stuff that we did, and us seeing other people doing, and I'm just like, y'all, Wes, I had to really pull myself back. I'm just like, listen, you may see them doing this, but on the background, it could be cat raggedy. It ain't got no purpose. God ain't in it. It ain't got no flow. The visionary
Just
who
a
claimed
mess.
the visionary ain't got no vision. It's a complete mess. Don't set your purpose up based on what you're looking at that you think is real. Don't do that.
And
Don't
that's
do
why you got to keep going. Like you talked about how recognizing the voice of God, hearing the voice of God is important. And how do you get there is by spending time with God.
that
You know
part.
what I mean? It's real hard to
Yeah.
recognize the voice of somebody you don't talk to. I mean, let's
Uh-oh.
just be real. I mean,
Uh-oh.
come on. I mean, God trying to talk to you and you pulling a who this?
Listen,
Like who number is it? I don't have your number. Oh, you don't recognize me? Oh, because it's been that long since we talked. Oh,
I'm trying to
no,
tell you.
it's
I'm trying to tell you,
so
it's real.
spending that time and then being able to hear, but then sticking with it for the long term. That's the part because a lot of times, okay, let's say we say, okay, I know I'm supposed to do this, right? So we talked about doing it. Okay, so we out here, right? Demetrius, he out there, or
Yeah.
whoever. We out here now, right? But then the thing don't just pop immediately.
Yeah.
Or it don't. Okay, so what you gonna do now?
Yeah.
Did God tell you to stop doing it, or you just decided, oh, wait a minute, maybe that wasn't God? Well, wait a minute, you were so sure a month ago. Now all of a sudden, because it didn't pop immediately, well, there's a process to it. Just
Yes.
stick with it. Just
Yes.
stick with it. Just keep going. Just
Yes.
keep, you know what I mean? Imagine if you would have just had one of these shows and then said, oh, well, whatever the numbers were, it wasn't as many people as I thought, so I'm not gonna do
Girl,
anymore.
I don't even pay attention to that. I get on here and do what the purpose of it is for, serving in the purpose and trying to just make sure people, get something. And it's crazy because Sheila on here, I love my she.
Hey,
Hey,
Sheila.
She. And listen, and it's funny because we serve in this capacity. One thing that I absolutely love that Destiny Center does, this is Toys for Tots.
Yes.
And I have found out, even though we get frustrated, we had these meetings and how we gonna do this, how can we better the process? And Sheila, it's the toys here, Sheila. Yeah, girl, we only got 5 toys, girl. It's the week out. And then God blesses, and then how we gonna maneuver stuff. I found that one particular thing is a part of it's attached to my purpose, which even when I say I don't want to be a part, I come back every year and do it because it's a part of my purpose. It's something about giving back to that specific cause.
Yeah.
That I feel complete.
Yeah. That's so good. And I think our purpose is multifaceted. It's not just one thing.
Yeah.
So what happens is, and this is the cool part about it, if you stop being scared and just step in the water on something, anything,
yeah,
what happens is you start discovering other pieces and parts connected to your purpose that you wouldn't have found had you not been in that part. Wow. So it's like, okay, so I may not know everything, but I know this. I know something happens when I do this.
Yes.
There's people that are impacted when I do this. Yes. People keep coming to me asking me for this. They get encouraged. They're better. And you know what? I feel better when I
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah.
Okay, so whatever that is, then when you start doing that and you do it consistently, then it's like, hmm, okay, I didn't even know about this, but
Yeah.
you only see it. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
almost like if it's something you're supposed to come across, um, if it's something you okay, let's say for example, okay, I was not on here to talk about my house, but got a new house. All right, cool.
Congratulations. And y'all, it's beautiful.
Thank you. Well, the only reason I found it is because we came looking for another house in the neighborhood. We weren't
Mm.
looking at this house. We came looking for another house in the neighborhood and ended up parking in front of this house. And come to find out, this was the house for us. But I couldn't see this house
Wow.
from, I didn't even know this house existed until I came looking for the other house.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is there's only certain things you can see from being in a certain spot. So just start where you are. Start with what you know. And from that place, you'll be able to see more.
Oh my God, that's so good. That's so good. Look at this. Sheila said, well, both of us quit at least once a year. We do. We
Every
absolutely do. But let me tell y'all something. Another thing in that going back to Toys for Tots, and then we'll come back to Ashia and her brand new home. That's beautiful. One thing I will say is I'm connected to Ashia. I'm connected to Marquita, Dr. Jewel, Dr. Ben, Sheila. And let me tell y'all something. What the people don't see is we'll go in the room and pray heaven down real quick. Real quick. Over that whole thing, over anything. And you know what I'm saying? I seen Sheila a couple weeks ago at Juneteenth stuff. And I told her what happened. She said, it's done. Name of Jesus. It's done.
Yep.
I pride myself on being connected to people like you all because for me, it's all about my village. It's all about who I'm connected to and what they can give and what they say and what they do and how they can just say, it's already done. I'm like, dude, get your crap together. It's done. You just needed a reminder from somebody who you know. It's done. It's done. And going back to what you said, just being in the right place at the right time.
At the right time.
And y'all, let me tell y'all something. Their home, her husband home, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And I'm just like, I remember us speaking, you know, and it's crazy, like you said, when you talking about purpose and you vision stuff. 4 years ago, we said we wanted everything we got in our current home, right? Came and looked at the community and was like, went to another community. Then guess what? Pandemic hit. We got furloughed. The people held the house and we was like, you know what? We're just gonna let it go because it's just not possible right now. Came and things got a little better. Sold our house during the pandemic. God brought us right back here to this very house that we said this is what we wanted.
Wow.
So it's just like
it's beautiful.
Thank you.
And it is absolute. I've been over there. I'm like, okay.
But yeah, it's that purpose thing. It's really just I wanted to talk about it because it's like weighing on me right now. And I feel like sometimes, like I said, I get on here and cut up sometimes, but I feel like people need to be encouraged. Our people need to be encouraged because we have so many of us in our community who are so talented, but yet we don't often know how to recognize the purpose, and we sit on talent, we wait and we procrastinate. And guess what, baby? Life is just a vapor.
Right.
Do it while you got life.
Exactly. At the stage where you are. It doesn't have to be perfect to start.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be mega to start. I saw this it was on somebody's social media and I just saw it yesterday and I thought, man, this is really good. They had two pictures. They had a picture of Taylor Swift. This must have been way back when she first started. It was just her on, it looked like a paper banner that had her name on it. And there was like 3 people in the audience. And then it showed all her field stadiums now. And the post said, this is a reminder that everybody started somewhere and all of us started having maybe just 2 people in the audience. And it's like, wow, there was a point when nobody knew who Taylor Swift was. Nobody knew who Beyonce was. Nobody knew. There was everybody started at zero. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Started from nothing. So just start.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't want to say, I think Lecrae. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong, brother. He said, purpose requires movement in multiple forms. Love it. Love
And
it.
the key is movement.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
got to keep it moving. You got to keep it moving. You got to keep it going. Go with what you know and keep going with that, and
Mm.
you'll find out more on the way. And that's the thing. That's another thing with God. It would be awesome if you could just sit back before you start and he just show you the whole thing, every single step, how everything gonna go, everything. It don't work like that.
It don't work
He'll
like
give
that.
you part of it,
Yep.
and when you step on that part,
Mm-hmm.
then you get to see more. But you
Mm-hmm.
can't see it from the
Mm-hmm.
beginning. You have to get out there and keep it
And
moving.
look, as you said, look, you and Lecrae said something, and people forget this. Friend, you have to do your part. See, here's the thing. The end of the Bible says, faith without works is dead.
Dead, dead, dead.
Dead as a doorknob, dead as somebody in the grave, friend. It is dead. You literally have to do your part, and everything else, God will do the rest, and everything else will fall in line. And my dad spoke that to me a couple of weeks ago. He said my family nickname was Pork Chop. He said, Pork Chop. He said,
You know I'm calling you that when I see you. Pork
that,
chop, hey, pork chop.
that's fine. Nobody in my family calls me Wes. They call me Pork Chop. So he said, are you completing applications? I said, I spend an hour a day in the morning or more, and the same in the evening. He said, okay, then you doing your part. Let God do the rest. He said, it's some people who won't even do their part. I said, whoa. I heard that from a different place, because I'm just like, yeah, friend, you want stuff to move. You want to find your purpose, but you won't get off your lazy behind to do your part.
Right.
You gotta do your part.
Absolutely.
You can't get moved without doing your part.
No, this is it's a partnership with God.
Yes.
We have a partnership with him. And
Yeah.
I think people they get in a lot of trouble when they think, oh, well, because he's God and because he has the ability to do everything, that they think he's going to do everything,
Yeah.
including the stuff you're supposed to be doing. And that's just not how it works. I mean, it's like, no, you put some elbow grease in that thing.
Yeah.
Put some yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you won't even fill out an application, but you're looking for a job. Come on now. I mean, how that work?
Listen, you won't even you're not feeling well, but won't get up and go to the doctor.
And it's okay to pray. Pray yourself on your way getting in the car. Pray as you drive there. Pray when you get into the
All
office.
of
I'm
it.
gonna need you to go.
Listen, you got to go, because you still got to do stuff in the physical as well. And people miss that. What is the doctor's Instagram again? Hold on, let me put it up for you. Dr. Ashia Leonard Instagram is Ashia Speaks. Also, if you don't know, she does teach. I don't know what days, every other day or so, on from Destiny Center Church
Thursday morning.
Thursday morning at Destiny Center Church. You can log on to our church and hear her speak. She's for y'all. Listen, she's phenomenal. I'm not just saying that she's phenomenal. Like, she's for real phenomenal. I'll be like, that's what I'm talking about, girl. Get me together. Give me a word today. Oh my God, this has been so great. So great. Y'all know we had, listen, the devil tried to get in my camera today. I don't know what that was about, but he didn't win. Right. But Ashia, what do you want to leave us with to be encouraged about our purpose today?
What I want to leave you with is, I want every single person watching this to know that you are important, that you are significant, that what you bring to the table does matter. And it matters if you're not bringing it to the table. Like, the piece that you bring is important. It's significant. The entire earth needs what you have. And if you're not using it, we're missing out, because we need you. And so if you have been allowing social media, the opinions of other people, negative thoughts, whatever it is, keep you from flowing in that thing that you know you can do like nobody else can do. Today, make the decision to just do your thing.
Yeah.
Just move forward in it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Move forward in it. You'll find out more as you go, but I'm telling you, we need what you have. And so bring what you bring in the way that only you can bring it and do it with some confidence.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Oh my God. I have loved this. Has been so good. Y'all, yeah. People love it. They're saying they're gonna reach out to you. Y'all, we gotta have a Shia back on.
Oh, yeah.
This
Yeah.
has been amazing. But
For
listen,
fun.
y'all, you got purpose. You got purpose. And like Shia said, we all are here to do something. And you just gotta take the time to do the work, right?
Yep.
Do your part and just identify it and really hear the voice of the Father and allow him to just really guide you through that. And know that no matter what comes in life, it's gonna be okay. The sun will shine again. And what you have is enough.
Yep.
What
It's
you
enough.
have is enough. Oh my God, girl. Listen, thank you so much. You know I love you.
Thank you. Love you too.
Oh my God, y'all. Listen, y'all. If you didn't catch the show, be sure to catch the replay. Be sure to like and share Robe Chronicles on Facebook and YouTube. Let me go back. Facebook and YouTube. Y'all, where's production? D downstairs somewhere. Production, where's you at today? Production. Follow us on
Production is fire.
YouTube. And if you have a topic that you want to cover with us, please email us at robechronicles@gmail.com. Or if you would like to be a part of the show, we encourage that as well. And please, please, please stop what you're doing to go follow my sister over at Instagram at Ashia Speaks. All right? All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Love y'all.
Bye.